So to generate 560,000, you have sold only 700 during this January. You have sold only 700 t-shirts. So there is a 300 t-shirts remaining, which you have not used to generate this sale. So you can't take the entire purchase because the entire purchase is not generating, not used to generate this sales. So we need to see the the total purchases used to generate this sale. So therefore, it's not 1,000. We have to remove the closing stocks. We have to remove the closing stocks to get the true figure, true cost of sales. So your cost of sales is your cost of sales is 315,000. 315,000. And we are taking that amount here. What's happening here? Remove that. We'll take this. We take that 315,000 to here. So your total sales income is 560,000. Your cost of sales amount is 315,000. Your gross profit is, you deduct cost of sales from the sales, 245,000. So this is correct. This is correct. And these are right. So two of you got the cost of sales correct. Two of you got the profit. This is how we used to calculate the cost of sales because it is the cost incurred to generate revenue, and there is a definite direct connection to the sales income, to the cost of sales. So this closing stocks will be used for the next period as opening stocks. Okay. Now take this down, write this down. Okay. You have to write this second part of this question. You have to write this second part of this question. During the month of January, please write this down. During the month of February. Now our January is done. This is January. During the month of February, Saman's business purchased 3,000 t-shirts. 3,000 t-shirts at a price of 500. At a price of 500. out of which 200 t-shirts 200 t-shirts were identified as defects and returned to the seller full stop. During February, someone's business were able to sell, or someone's business was able to sell 2,500 t-shirts 2,500 t-shirts at a price of 800 full stop. The business is selling old stocks first within brackets, first in first out, within brackets, first in first out, close the bracket. You are required to calculate the cost of sales and profit for February. Right. Can you do it? We'll give you 6-7 minutes for you to work on this. Right. We'll give you 6-7 minutes. Do it on your own. There is a request to tell the question one more time. Uh, Actually, I was not reading any note here. Just something came to my mind. So it's like this. In February, there was a purchase of 3,000 at a price of 500, and out of that purchase, 200 units were defects, so they were returned. And also during the month of February, they were able to sell 2,500 at a price of 800. And also when selling, they're using first in, first out method. So all the stocks will be sold first. Are you done? Or you want a couple of more minutes? May I ask your answers? Are you ready? Oh, not ready. Okay, let me ask. Now, I will use a different order. EMKI Vijayratna.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
My answer is 2 million for the sales income.
Cost of sales?
Cost of sales. Yeah, 1.25.
1.225.
Yes.
That is cost of sales. Okay.
Yes.
Then profit?
750,000.
750,000. Fantastic. Thank you. Right. Who's next? Venuka Aruran. Are you with us today, Venuka? Okay. Then let's move on to Tavisha Karunanayaka. Or Tavisha. Tavisha or Tavisha is also silent. Then we have MRK Samarasinghe.
Sir,
Yes.
my cost of sales is 1,235,000.
1,235,000. Okay.
So then gross profit is 765,000.
765,000. Different to the other one. Okay. Thank you. Then we'll call for Rayleigh Mohammed.
So, cost of the sales is 1,385,000.
Hold on, 385,000. Okay.
Profit of the month is 615,000.
Right. 615,000.
I considered the previous stocks are not sold out. I don't know. I considered into the stocks, but I considered those were not sold out.
But what I said was that we have to sell those first, Ray. First in, first out. The older stocks will be sold first. I think I said that.
Yeah, you said, sir, but a bit confused. The 2,500, you said no, altogether the total sales, the quantity. So
yes.
did that the previous stock also included or?
Yes, yes. Now we are coming to February, month of February.
Okay.
We were in January and then we come to month of February. And that's why I specifically said that older stocks will be sold first.
Okay. Then my figure might be a little different.
You can have a work. You can change the figure. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. That's all right. Then we'll call SS Mudalige.
1,135,000 first one.
Sorry, it was not clear actually. Line was breaking. Can you repeat?
1 point. 135 million.
135.
1.1.
Okay. Profit?
135 millions.
Yes.
Next one, 865,000.
Okay. We have another different answer. Thank you. Then who is next? U.A. Manavadu. Are you with us today?
Yes, sir. The cost of sales is 1,400,000.
1 million. Be the uttarane.
400,000.
Ah. Kanapane.
No, sir. I said 400,000.
1,400,000.
Yeah, 1.4 million.
Thank you.
840,000.
Right. Thank you. Then we have Kosala. Oh, Kosala. HRI payne. Kosala. Oh, Kosala. Right. Let's forget about it. KADP Hansani. Hansani or Hansani? Hansani?
It's Hansani, sir.
Yes, Hansani.
Cost of sales is 1.15 million. Profit is 850,000. Thank you, sir.
All different answers. That's okay. Then we have Jaya Singh SMBD. Jaya Singh, are you with us today? Then we have Jayanta Heva Diya Gahage. Jayanta, are you with us today? Then we have IIS Kumar. IIS Kumar Nevage. Then we have AHM Harshani. Are you with us? Ne? Then we have HDC Piris. Amma kargen lakunu adu karna vibhaget.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Cost of sales 1,235,000.
235,000.
765,000. Same as second answer.
Ah,
Same as second answer.
okay, this one, right? Okay, thank you. Then we'll ask from only two people. HDC Piris. Then we have Eranga Varsako. Eranga, not sure. Are you with us? We can ask from the one who gave the correct answer last time. Rochelle Vikramasinghe. Rochelle. Rochelle, do you have an answer? No. Okay, let's see. It is not difficult if you can understand this well. Now, the same methodology, okay? What is the total sales income? Total sales income. Quantity, price. Quantity, price. Total sales. We have sold 2,500. We have sold 2,500 at a price of 800. So the total sales price is 2 million. 2 million. Total sales price is 2 million. And then we need to see the cost of sales. We need to see the cost of sales. To generate this sales, the cost incurred, the direct cost or the cost incurred. So we have only sold 2,500. We have only sold 2,500. So then what is the cost that is connected to this 2,500? Simple as that. We have sold 2,500 and what is the cost connected to this 2,500? So there is an opening stock. There is an opening stock of how much? The closing stock of the previous period would become the opening stock of this period. Opening stock of 300 at a price of 450. So yes, and we said that we are using first in first out. Isella ආපුව තමයි ඉස්සෙල්ලා sell කරන්නේ. So this stock amount will be used to generate this income. And this 300 is included in this 2,500. And then we have purchases. We have purchases. We have purchased 3,000 at a price of 500. We have purchased 3,000 at a price of 500, means 1.5 million. And then we realized in this 3,000 there were 200 defects. That is not belong to this 2,500. So we have to remove that defects, less, return or purchase return. Purchase return. 200. We have to remove this 200. We have to remove this 200. We have to remove this 200, the price of 500. What happened? Right? Now we remove this 200. Now, okay, we have opening stock of 300. We have purchased 3,000. So then the stocks have become 3,300. And enough 200. Now 3,300 we had, and we have returned 200. So now our stocks is 3,400. 3,100. Okay. But out of that 3,100, only 2,500 is used to generate the income. Only 2,500 is used to generate the income. Meaning that there is a closing stock that we need to remove, which is not used to generate this revenue. Closing stock of how much? 600. Closing stock of 600. And the value of that stock is, one stock is 500. So total value of that stock is 300. Now you can see, now 2,500 is the quantity sold, and if we take the quantity here, now let's take a summation here. Okay, for our benefits, it's 2,500. So to generate this sales by selling 2,500 unit, this is how we have distributed the cost. 2,500 units. 3,000 units was the opening stock. Then we purchased 3,000. The total stocks became 3,300. And out of this 3,000, 2,000 is defect. So actual stock value is here 2,800. With the opening stock, total stock value become 3,100. So that now the total stock is 3,100, and out of which we have sold 2,500. So we have to remove the closing stock of 600. So now our total cost of sales value, then our cost of sales is right 1,235,000. 1,235,000. And gross profit is, then it's straightforward. Seven hundred and 765,000. 765,000. So this is correct. This is correct. And all these are incorrect. So when you can calculate the cost of sales, then it's nothing to do with the gross profit. It's very straightforward. So this is how you calculate the cost of sales. Opening stocks is there, you add purchases, you deduct returns, you deduct closing stocks, and you get the cost of sales. The true cost incurred to generate this sales. Now, if we look at profit or loss statement, have not taken that into account yet in that question, but we have a return and the closing stocks. This is the cost of the goods to be sold. That is a very good term. This is the, now if we just enter a new slide, this one. Cost of goods to be sold. Cost of goods to be sold. We can say, now the stock value is Now we had 3,000 stocks. And then we have to make some adjustments here. Right. Cost of the goods to be sold. But we have sold 2,500, remaining stock 600. This is how the calculation. And only 2 of you got that correct. Okay. So, do you have any questions from this? No questions. Then shall we take a break? What do you want? You want me to continue and finish off early, or you want me to take a anything? What do you all want me to do? Shall we take a break?
Okay, Yes.
sir. And come back at 7:05, 15 minutes break. Good enough, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. We'll meet at right.
කියන්නේ මේකේ කවුරු හරි පස්සෙන් ජගත් මල්ලිට නේද පාඩු කියලා එහෙම ඒ ඔක්කොම ඉක්මනට මෙහෙම හදන වැඩ
Hi again. Are you on the call?
Yes, sir.
Great. So hope the calculation of cost of sales is clear, but I think let's do one more question because I mean this is a crucial calculation, how to calculate cost of sales, and not everyone still is having the grip on that. So it shouldn't be the case, and everyone should have gained the knowledge when it comes to cost of sales calculation. And there is another question that I can share with you. So let me share that. Please let me know when you can see the screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir. Can see.
Okay, so I have given some transactions here. Sales, purchases, return outwards, return inwards, carriage inwards, carriage outwards, opening stocks, closing stocks, salaries paid, advertising expenses, fuel cost, capital, drawings, long-term loan, cash. This is a mix of transactions, okay? Mix of transactions. And by taking the relevant transactions, I want you to calculate the cost of sales. I want you to calculate the gross profit or loss. I want you to calculate the net profit or loss. Okay. And for your benefit, probably I can, or probably, I mean, you can think and do. Probably that's easier. Not easier, but that is the learning. So based on your knowledge, calculate the cost of sales, calculate the gross profit, calculate the net profit. And if you have any questions, please ask. Okay, now the time is 7:14 and we will do this question. We'll give you 15 minutes. I know it's too much, but maximum of 15 minutes for you to do the working. Okay, cost of sales, gross profit or loss, net profit or loss. Thereafter, we will do this sum here. Right, let's start. Hi again. Do we have anyone completed this? Or still doing? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Have you done this? Any one of you can share with me the profit, cost of sales, gross profit, and net profit? No one? Let me ask. I can't remember who gave answers last time exactly. Rochelle, have you done this? Rochelle, sorry. No. Sudat, Nilmini, Ratnayaka, Kalum, Anuradha, Balage, De Silva, Ekanayaka, Eranga. Any one of you have done this? It's easy for me. At least someone of you could speak up.
We have done it, sir, but not sure about the answer.
That's fine. That's fine. Even the earlier cases, it was not sure, right?
And also that that term capital and cash, and don't have idea where these put.
Yeah, that's why I said that there are, so many different transactions, but we have to figure out the relevant ones.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a tricky thing. So these kind of questions could appear at the exam. Very, simple questions, but with other transactions, things are a bit confusing. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. Now we have to see cost of sales, gross profit, net profit. Now we have sales. Now let's say sales revenue. Sales revenue is our first note one, sales revenue. Let's say note one, sales revenue. We have sales of 889,900. Sales of 889,900. Right? And there could be some sales return. Sales return. We have sold goods, but now, our customers are returning them back, which is called sales return. Sales return. Another word to sales return. Now, when we have a sale, the goods are going out and the return goods are coming in. So returns inwards. Excellent. Return inwards. So return inwards. We have to deduct the return inwards. Return inwards. And then we'll get the sales figure. $867,000 867,400. This is sales. Then cost of sales. Note to cost of sales. Note to cost of sales. And by now we know that cost of sales, we have, we can take the opening stocks first. What is already available? Opening stocks. I think, yes, there is an opening stock of 44,500. And now we have opening stocks. Then we are purchasing new stocks. Purchasers. Purchasers. Do we have purchasers? Yes, we do have purchasers. Purchasers. 396,500. Now we have done this. And we have return inwards. Right. Purchases. Opening stocks we have done. Yes. Purchases. Now let's see. Now purchasers need to bring to the stores or to the venue. So stocks is carriage. Purchase stock is carriage. Now we are bringing it in to the stores. Carriage inwards. Transportation cost, yes, but connected to the purchase. Carriage inwards. Carriage inwards. Carriage inwards. 34,700. Now we have these opening stocks. We brought some stock. Sorry, we bought some stocks, and then we brought them to the stores by incurring carriage inwards. Then we need to see whether we have any return. Whether we have any return, sales return. Now, sorry, purchase return. Purchases are coming in, and purchase return are going out. So purchase return is also called return outwards. Return outwards is purchase return. Return inward is sales return. Return outwards is purchase return. We have to deduct return outwards. This one also, yeah. Return outwards. Return outwards. Then, okay, this is not the cost of sales. The total cost of goods to be sold. 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 Then we have to deduct less closing stock, the remaining stock. Closing stock, 22,300. 22,300. And then we'll come to the answer, that is cost of sales. Cost of sales. Cost of sales is 413,600. 413,600. So our sales revenue is for 867,400. Our cost of sale is 413,600. So the gross profit is a simple calculation. It's 453,800. 453,800. So we have done cost of sales, we have done gross profit.
Sir,
Sorry.
sir,
Yes.
sir, when we calculating cost of sales,
Okay.
we included carriage inwards.
Yes.
That is transport cost. No?
Transport cost connected to the purchase.
Yes, sir. It should be deducted. No?
Why?
It's a cost expense.
Purchase is also an expense.
Right. Then, sir, in sales, we have carriage outward. We didn't consider that.
Yes. Now, when it comes to purchases is an expense. Now, think in terms of the practical aspect. Now, you are purchasing some goods. Okay. By spending, let's say 100,000 rupiah lakshayak වේදම් කරලා goods ටිකක් ගන්නවා. And you can't use those goods until you take it to your stores.
Right, sir.
And for that, you incur another 30,000. So the total price is 130,000. So that is the value of the total value of the purchase actually.
Clear, sir.
Now, let's think about this. Now, you want to buy a motor vehicle. Okay. So you are now ordering that from someone in Japan and you are paying the CIF value, cost, freight and insurance. Or rather, what you do is you pay the value of the car first. Okay. Now you want to buy a car and you found an agent. So what you first do, you go to the car sales online site and you reserve your car by paying the value of the car. Okay, that is the purchase. But that doesn't mean that you can use that car because it's still in Japan. Now what you have to do, you need to bring that to your place. For that, you need to first incur shipping cost, right? It's a transportation cost. You need to incur insurance cost, which is directly connected to the purchase. And also shipping cost, insurance cost, and from the and you have to pay the custom duty as well, directly connected to the purchase. And once your car is shipped, and once your car is arrived to, let's say, Hambantota port, then you have to take it to Colombo, and for that you get the help of these carriers. And again, you have to pay, let's say, 50,000 for 20,000 for that. No, that is again the transport cost, carriage inwards. So once you get the product, then only you can use it. So your the price you paid for the Japan seller is not the actual price of the product. So those direct costs that we have incurred needs to be added to the purchase value. So that's what we are doing here. Okay.
Right.
So carriage inwards is the direct transport cost. There should be other direct costs as well. Now, in that case, insurance charges, custom duty. So we have to add to the cost of sales if there are any. That is cost of sales. But now that's all our cost. But now let's think about the sales revenue.
it's a revenue, sales revenue. Okay. So we have done a sales, we get a revenue, and any return we deduct. And to generate that revenue, we need to incur cost. That is transport cost, carriage outwards, transport cost. Anyway, we can't deduct that transport cost. Sorry, we can't add that because it's a cost, but the sale is a revenue. So we can deduct that transport cost from sales, but from accounting basis, it's incorrect. It's a transport cost, and that cost has to be identified as a selling expenses. Selling expenses. So it does not affect the sales revenue, but it affects the net profit of the organization. Okay. So there is a difference here. Right. And the relevant cost has to be recognized here. But cost of sales, it's the carriage inwards is connected to the cost of sales, but rather carriage outwards is transport cost. That is selling and distribution expenses. Because it is not now, if we incorporate cost of sales to sales revenue, there is a mismatch if we incorporate transportation cost. Great, but that's a very valid question. Thank you. Now then, we have calculated the gross profit. Now it's to calculate the net profit. So let's take administration expenses. That is no other income. I think other income is 0. Then we have administration expenses. We have selling and distribution expenses. I hope we don't have a lot of other expenses, finance expenses. Let's see. Right. Now carriage outwards is transportation expense. Transportation expense, selling and distribution expense. Carriage outwards, selling and distribution expense, 27,600. We are done with that. Then salaries paid, that is administration expenses. Salaries paid, 99,000. Then advertising expenses, it's 23,400. Selling and distribution expenses. Then fuel cost, let's say this fuel is for the selling and distribution purpose, then it's come under selling and distribution expenses. 54,300. Then capital, it's a balance sheet item, not relevant here. Drawings, it's a balance sheet item, not relevant here. Long-term loan, it's a balance sheet item here, not relevant. Balance sheet item, not relevant here. Cash, balance sheet item, not relevant. So your total administration expense is 99,000. Your total selling and distribution expense is 105,300. 105,300. So your total expenses are 204,300. The net profit is 249,500. So we have calculated the net profit as well. We have calculated the cost of sales, gross profit, and net profit. So this is the working, and this is a very straightforward question. And do you have any more questions related?
Excuse me, sir. Sir,
Yes.
any example for carriage outwards?
Carriage outwards.
Yeah. So transportation cost for the selling transportation cost, no?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Then
Now these delivery vans. Have you seen delivery vans? Let's say
okay.
this Ceylon, let's say Ceylon Biscuit Limited, Manchi delivery vans.
Yeah. So won't it come under cost of sales then?
Sorry,
Why is it not come under cost of sales then?
why it's not come under cost of sales?
Yeah.
Now, cost of sales is the cost that we have to incur in order to generate the revenue, right? Because to generate the revenue, what are the direct cost that is connected? That's why I use the word direct cost.
Direct cost, yes. Okay, okay.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
And
Direct cost, no?
then
Okay.
I mean, anyone can ask, why aren't advertising is not connected to the
Yeah.
sales revenue? Because
Yeah, it's
advertising
not
would
direct.
boost us. Yeah, they are not direct cost.
Yeah. Now we are familiar with direct cost, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, but direct cost is not the correct word in financial accounting. It's a word
Okay.
in management accounting, but to explain it clearly, I use that word.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Good that you asked that question. Any more questions? Right. I will send this as well. So don't worry, I will send this statement of profit or loss. I will send this workings, everything to you all. Right. And I want you to do one thing. I hope you all have this Tude 3. Tude 3. It is following account balances are taken from the books of James Bond Limited for the year ended 31st December 2019. And there are some transactions. Closing stocks. Now, remember, these transactions are in thousands. Okay. These transactions are in thousands. Now, let's say this 27 is 27,000. Remember that. Okay, I want to very clear on that. And here, closing stock at 31st December 2019 is 5 million. So you have to get this 500,000. Okay, sorry, 5,000, because these are thousands and you need to convert this into thousands. So 5,000 has to come in the statement, or else you need to expand this 27,000 or 55,419,000 likewise. Remember that. So what you all need to do is, taking these transactions into account. Prepare the trial balance. And then prepare the statement of profit or loss, statement of financial position. And when you do this, use the standard format. Use the standard format that I will be sending, this format. That's very important. Okay. And when you do this question, you will have to calculate the sales revenue. You will have to calculate the cost of sales, gross profit, net profit. And also you have to prepare the balance sheet or statement of financial position. So that is the homework. And it's very important you do this homework, because I mean, if you, okay, I will send it to, can you email it to chaturangaviraj@gmail.com? Who is Chaturanga? Course coordinator? Chaturanga? How the Chaturanga? Student representative? You are so silent.
No idea, sir.
Student representative is Roshal, sir.
Sorry, can you please send student representative emails here, meeting chat? We'll sort that out. I will send it to Chaturanga. Then I want to know. Then Roshal, who else? Great, thank you so much. So I will then. Great. Rosh@gmail. Okay, so I want you to attempt to these questions. So if you do not attempt to these questions, the things will not go into your head that faster. And because we are having all these online, and a little extra effort is required, to tell you the truth. Unlike in the classroom, because classroom we use the boards and we spend time to, ask questions and clarify things. I could ask questions, you are not talking. So here it's difficult. And I mean, if you ask questions, benefit is not for me, but for you. If you do these sums, benefit is not for me, but for you. And it's very important that, you do your homework and try to get through this exam. Okay. So I don't want to see any failures, but however much I say, there are few, but it's up to you to decide whether you want to pass this or not. Right. With that said, I think it's 8. We can conclude, and I think we'll be having our class next week. Thank you so much. Good night to all of you. Stay safe, stay sound. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.